Big money mindset one. Fix my shirt. I hope this channel's still alive. The semiconductors. I've been looking at the semiconductors. I think they're really good. I just think it's going to be a little bit slower movement, but I think it'll be good. It's just not going to be the crazy pop like the other ones. What's up, Singapore? What's up? How you doing? What's going on? I'm in Florida. It is chilly. I know. I just thought this one might get a little bit more on live. What's going on? BurgerFi, I'm holding it. I'm holding BurgerFi. I got it at like $11. IPOB, and it's looking good. IPOB is looking really good. This morning we had a 6% gain, then a 10% drop. So that was a 16% gap, and it just bounced back up. And I think it's up after hours right now. I think it's gonna blow up in the next couple of weeks. I don't think it's gonna happen immediately. But like, if you guys saw what happened with QuantumScape, think about it. QuantumScape merged what, 6 weeks ago, a month ago? Thing just went straight to like $100 today after a $30 pullback. So right now, 2020, QuantumScape is the #1 SPAC of the year because it had its pullback. Unlike Nikola and Hyliion, this one just kept running after its pullback. It had its pullback. Boom, off to 100. I think the second best stock is going to be spec stock would have to be DraftKings, just because it stayed so stable. Behind DraftKings, it's probably SBE right now. You know, SBE has been very strong right around that $40 range. So I think SBE will make its way to be like the best stock behind QuantumScape. But you never know. IPOB, it's merged, had its pullback, 10%, 11%. Could take off. You just don't know. But I'm holding strong. I'm up 100% already. HCAC, man, that one was being weird today. That was very strange. I think HCAC is up 5%. I think HCAC, from what I'm seeing, I think they got a lot of money from investors. Like, they're getting more money than they expected, and they expect it to be people jumping in, even though that they have a lot of sales out, like their sales are gonna be a little bit later, like their pre-orders and stuff. But HCAC, let's see, 5% after hours. I mean, Hyliion's getting pumped now. Zip Trader's pumping. He's got 200,000 subs. I mean, people think it's a good company. I thought it was a good company. It's just pre-orders are delayed. Like the big revenue is delayed. The revenue takes like 2 years to kick in. People don't want to wait nowadays. You can see people will leave a stock for dead all the time. NMMD, or NNDM, I'm getting adjusted to it. I'm trying to read up more on it. It's just people are really on it now because ARK's on it heavy, but NEO is looking good. LCA, I think, will be a good stock. It's pretty stable even after the pullback. The delay, people are still on it. Tattoo Chef, God, I need to buy Tattoo Chef immediately. I was planning on buying it the last 4 days, like last week. I swear I was gonna buy it. It's just every time I say I'm gonna buy it, I don't pay attention to Tattoo Chef, and it just keeps going up. It dropped all the way to 14. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I didn't buy it at like 15. Fucking that. Let's see. Luminar. That thing is acting weird. It pulled back from like 40 to 20. That one's a weird one, but I think it's doing the same thing QuantumScape did, just at a lower level. I think people are, it might be just big investors loading up on it. The way it moved today, that thing moved like 20, 30% too. Confused about your question. APXT? Yeah, APXT, it didn't really have a lot of movement today, but it was still in the green. I think people are just randomly 1 week, maybe get some bigger investors. That thing will just jump up to 20. There's no rush on APXT. I mean, call options. I recommend to play call options like 4 or 5 months out. You don't really got to stress over those call options at all. But I just bought the stock so far because I have so much money tied up in other options. Ride is kind of like it's kind of like highly on a little bit with the pre-order stuff, like expecting big revenue, got pre-orders. It's kind of similar. Like that's why they're both in that same price range. It's just Highland have way more publicity on like YouTube. HCAC, I'm thinking I'm holding them HCACs. I mean, I got options. I got the 12.5s. They're up like 70%. I'm holding. I think it can hit like. I mean, I think it could do the same thing IPOB did this morning on the merger. It could drop 15%. That's almost $4 if it's at 20. $4 or $5. It can happen, and then it could jump up to 25. We're gonna see, but I'm holding the options. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'm up 70%. If the stock drops like 15, I'll just cut them. If the equity goes to like -20 and -30, I'll just probably cut them. But I don't think it's gonna go that low, so I think it might work its way up into that like a couple analysts said they expect it to be around 25, $30 because it's I mean, it looks like they have some really good products. Guys, we have 250 SPAC stocks. I get asked about SPAC stocks every day that I have no clue what they are. 250 SPAC stocks. You have to understand. Only 5% of those are going to be 10x's and winners. You got to think the other 230 of them or whatever are going to be left for dead. There's going to be like 10, 20, 30 winners maybe out of the 250. So just understand that every SPAC stock will sit $10 to $15 for years. It's definitely possible. So just know you have to really nail it down on SPACs. There's hundreds. So just understand that. You know, every SPAC stock is not going to move. Let me see. I would pass NVIDIA at this point. I would jump on Qualcomm just because, you know, I like to get in early, man. Sometimes there's amazing companies out there like Amazon, Google, Microsoft. If you're not invested in them now, you got to let them go. If you want to experience superior growth immediately, like months, I'm talking 100% gains is definitely possible. You're not going to get that with those other companies. They're gonna be a lot slower. They're gonna make money over time, but they're just maxing out. There's so much money invested in them. They don't have that pop. IPOC, I recommend. I already recommended it. The first day I recommended it on the Patreon, it went up like the option's already up. I had a couple people buy the options. And timing, guys, I just know how to time these. I time those options perfectly on IPOC. I put them out at the perfect time. Pop. Boom. Oh, IPOB all day over IPOC. That's not even a question. IPOB, I mean, I really don't. After seeing what I saw today, I just don't see it. I don't really see it dropping to like $20 or anything. I think it's gonna run in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I think it's gonna really run hard. They make so much money. My God, they make so much money, and they're growing. It's gonna be good. I'm telling you. I don't know if it's gonna be on Qualcomm status, but I just think it's a good company, and they didn't really have a lot of headlines the past couple of months. Today there was like 10 headlines. If you look up on it, you'll read dozens of headlines. Still thinking of exercising my remaining NEO options. Let's say NEO's at 50 right now. I got 5 contracts, so that's 500 shares. Let's say it goes to 80. I'll probably have, let's say it goes to 70 in the next, let's say it goes 70 in like the mid January near NEO Day. My profits will probably be around 25, maybe 30 grand, probably $30,000 in profits off of just 2 grand I put in. I would pass up on all of those profits and I would pay the 10 grand to get the shares. I really would love to have those shares at 22. So guys, that's what I'm talking about. When you're up that massively, on a company growing, getting ready to be in its like super growth stage, you got to just pass up on the gains. That's a great time to exercise. So I would pass up if Neo's at 50. If it goes up another 20 leading to Neo Day, I would pass up on $30,000 in profits. I wouldn't take the profits. I would go back in time, grab those shares. It would definitely be worth it. It's going to cost a lot of money up front. 10 grand if Neo goes to 200. I mean, that's 100 grand. You know, if it goes $200 in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, that's $10,000 investment into 100 grand. That's what it's all about. That's when you exercise. You don't really want to exercise if your options are only up like 200%. You just want to pass, take the gains, and get into another company. So there's always a time to exercise. I have a lot of people talking to me about exercising at the wrong time. Like a stock is at 30. They have a $25 strike. It goes to 35. They want to go back and get that strike. That's not a time to exercise. Got 100 Neo at 38 and Ride 38. This spring. Okay, that's a good mix up. That's good. Neo at 38 is freaking amazing. I think 38 Neo could pay off in like literally a matter of 6 months. Could easily be 100 plus. Like IPOB did me well, man. You mean doing you well? IPOB is not finished. This thing is just getting started. February calls. I'll probably toss the February calls. I don't know. First day of February. Why not just let them run? What do I have to be worried about? I already seen what happens when it pulls back today. It makes massive money. Might as well hold those to 2-3 weeks expiration to see what it can do all of January, the rest of December, May. Let them ride. Let them ride. Don't even worry about it. Just let them ride. Guys, Patreon started legit. It got ugly a little bit because of people thought I was messing around. The whole elections, sell-off, news, CNN, guys, it was killing all the stocks for 2 months. It didn't matter what companies it was. I told people just be patient. This is overkill. It's nonsense. The elections was nonsense. Nothing happened. Guys, it just took a little bit of patience. You can have setbacks like that. 2 months in the market, it could just be ugly. Stocks don't move. Boom. A lot of people left. People that were patient. People have like the gains some people are making, they send me. Some people are making way more money than me. Like way more money than me. Like I've seen people with 2,000, 3,000, 4,000%, 5,000% gain. So 1,000 to 5,000%, I've seen it a dozen times. And guys, I've hit 1,000% before, but man, some people are just timing my options I put out perfectly. Stocks are running accordingly, and then boom. So if you guys don't understand what 1,000% gain is, that means you put in $1,000 and it's worth like 10 grand. So, and if you go to the Chase Bank, Bank of America, you get a financial advisor, 5%. That's what they're going to give you. They're going to give you 5%. If you learn this stuff, you do it on your own, 100%. Like it's possible. Okay. It's possible. I had a buddy of mine today and I sent him some call options just because he wanted some call options. So I sent him some, but I sent him call options that I recommended in the Patreon, call options I recommended that I would buy personally. He bought like 2 options and like he's never done options before and he was up 100% today. And he was like, is this real? Is this like legit? Is this like a scam? I was like, dude, it's timing. You're buying in good companies. You're betting on the company to go up on the call options. So guys, it's very exciting. A lot of people are learning fast. Some people don't even need me. I mean, they really don't need me. Some people are learning like enough to do this stuff on their own, but a lot of people are just giving me support now and they're still hitting solid, week in and week out. So I really appreciate it. I'm glad you're learning. Got 200 Neo 22. It's really good. I got Neo 1250 so far, 560 shares. Whew. That's nice. 100 shares of Tesla. I like IPOB too. Man, those Neo 1250s, man, 2 to 3 years. I mean, you never know, man. You could have a lot of money. Don't sell. Do not sell. I'm really, guys. Just want you to know, I do not keep up on penny stocks, healthcare, medical. I don't keep up on that stuff. That stuff moves so damn fast. I can't even explain it. You look at it, it's $1. The next day, it's $7. You look at it the next day, it's $1. I just can't do it. I would. It's impossible. I just don't understand medical how they run up so fast. Every time I look on StockWits, there's like 10 different medical stocks that I've never heard of. So, what's my thoughts on Neo this week? I think Neo, the headlines for the delisting are over. The dilution is over. As long as we don't see any bad headlines, this could easily run to $60 easy in the next 2 weeks. No problem. Neo Day is going to be very exciting. Multiple vehicles, potential batteries. Never know if they make an announcement on the factory. This could go up another $10, $15. $70 is possible. You just don't know. It just depends on what Neo brings to the table during Neo Day. We know that it's already going to go up towards Neo Day, probably like January 3rd, 4th, after the sales come out. This thing could easily be 60 plus, easily. So those are some good companies to recoup from. Hey, I'm trying to get that 1,000% gain. If IPOB goes to 50, probably have like an 800% gain. Possible. Yeah, Patreon, I put out 15 calls, 20 calls. Usually people will try to go over the calls, for the night before, and they'll review the companies I put out, and then they'll pick the companies that they want to roll with. But usually half of them do amazing, like out the gate. Like the next week, they usually do really good. So a lot of people will hold their calls. They don't even need to buy new ones because we have so many new people joining all the time. I'm always putting out fresh calls. That's why I do it. And just because guys, I just want you to know, just because I remove a call company, is just because I remove it off the list doesn't mean that I think it's bad. I just think that it's maybe ran up a little too quick, and I don't want people buying into it at that week specifically, because I think it'll have some downturn. So I don't want people buying in on companies like the Solo, the FUV, and the a lot of other little like EV companies that ran up too fast. I haven't been recommending those because they moved up so fast. So you see call options that I take off does not mean I do not think they're good companies. It just means that I don't want more people buying them. Do I think Neo is going to skyrocket? I think Neo is like beyond not even getting started. Like, I think their sales are going to go bonkers. That little factory they're working in right now, it's not even their factory. It's pretty much like a lease, dude. They have a max capacity in there. Their vehicles, from what owners are saying that have had other foreign vehicles, are saying their customer service, dedication to their people with their like Neo everything is just amazing. Like they have amazing customer service, battery swap technologies. They'll give you a fresh battery for your car over the years. It's crazy what they're doing. The battery swap stuff is insane. It's a subscription model. They make money off of that, and their vehicles are pretty affordable, and they make big money. I mean, those are like $50,000-$60,000 vehicles. So I think Neo is just getting started. I mean, this is like an amazing opportunity. If you could just go in your brain, imagine all the companies you looked at today that are good companies, and just pretend 3 years from now the prices that these companies will be. If you just have that mindset, you're going to do really good. If you just have a long-term mindset on when you're buying companies. I just want you to know, I buy a lot of companies. I buy stocks. I like buying stocks. I'm up to like 30,000 plus in stocks. They're up to nearly like 60-70%. I don't even touch those. I'll pick them really good timing. I just put like $7,500 in BFT. That one just ran up today. I think I made like $1,000 because it ran up like just like 6%. So that's what I'm saying. You just got to get in early. I bought those at 12. I bought APXT at 13. I wanted to add more to APXT, but I got a lot of money tied up right now. So yeah. So definitely buy stocks too. Options, you got to think. Options is what day traders do. Day traders are doing options. when you're buying 1 week to 3 week options, it's very risky just because a bad headline in the market, your stocks are done. You're fried. You're going to lose. You're going to have to cut out. You're going to have to bail out. You have to have time to deal with the stress in the market, the headlines. That's why you go 3, 4, 5 months out. You have a stock just sitting there, a good company. People just realize, like, man, why isn't this moving? Investors flock to it, and the stock just gradually makes its way up, sits, and then people just gradually bring it up more. So I bought companies that 2 months, nothing, and then boom, out of nowhere, it just starts moving. So definitely buy stocks, definitely buy options. I would probably say, like, I wouldn't say 50-50. I mean, I don't know. You're gonna have to make that your mind up. But let's see. There's a lot of marijuana stocks out there. It's hard for me to keep up on the marijuana. They move crazy. I really don't keep up on those right now. Patreon to join the Patreon. The link is absolutely everywhere. I mean, any video you look on, I post the Patreon everywhere, so you'll be able to find the link. The link is everywhere. Arc just bought more. Yeah, Arc doesn't stop buying Open Door. I think they own, if anyone knows, I think it's 3 million plus shares. APXT, Sleeping Monster, APXT. I think they got 20% plus year over year growth. That's like insane, guys. They're gonna make, like, they predict in 2 years like $250 million. They don't have a big stock float out there, guys. This thing could move hard. It's definitely possible. Plug Power, I've been recommending it. I just stopped chasing it because it was moving so fast. It's a good company. I'm doing more on NNDM as fast as I can. It's weird. They did a redo investor presentation. You got to think NNMD used to be $140 stock. Like, it's crazy. It went from $140 to 50 cents. So that's why I had a little bit of, I was skeptic about it because it went from $140 to 50 cents. It's hard to really want to do the research on the company. And then, pretty much anything ARK buys into, the headlines are going to start trending. I think if no one knew ARK bought it, I really don't think it would have moved that much because, the stock was 50 cents from $100. So it's hard for me to do the research, on stuff like that because I don't like that kind of movement. Negative. Yep, 4 million shares of IPOB. That's freaking insane. Yo, what's up, Greg? Yeah, Open Door, rocket fuel, baby. You already know. Fuel the tank. Oh my god, that stock's gonna be huge. Oh, just so you guys know, I bought $2,000 of Open Door stocks. Just so you know, I did buy some stocks. I might exercise. I got 13 contracts. If the February's due, or if the Mays run really hard, let's say they run hard, quadruple, I'll probably exercise maybe 3. Grab like 300 shares, exercise. But I'm definitely gonna get the profits on those. Well, if I get profits, but we're gonna see. Yeah, I know it's looking like a huge opportunity. Baba, yeah, Baba. I mean, if you try to compare Baba to like Amazon, it's like so much more valuable. Like, looking at that compared to Amazon, Amazon's so overpriced. It's just Baba has not got the attention that Amazon has got. So it has a lot of room to run. It's different because it's a China stock, so it doesn't have like the U.S. investors on it as much as the Amazon. But that thing, they make crazy money. And if there's a high stock that I would buy, it probably would be Baba. But I just lose a little bit of motivation once stocks move up because there's so many companies. There's thousands and tens of thousands of companies you can get into. There's new companies popping up every day. If you just look at the SPAC stocks, got 300 companies that just popped up. And next year, if you think 300 companies was a lot this year, now that SPAC stocks are getting approved, like, they got the clearance, they're good to go. No one's really mad about SPAC stocks anymore. We might see 1,000 500, 600 spec stocks next year. So just be ready. There's going to be some private companies you've never heard of that make buku money, especially software. Software companies are going to be popping up like crazy for spec stocks next year. So just be ready. You thought this year was crazy. Next year it's going to be ridiculous for spec stocks. Yeah, exercising is good. When it runs hard, I really love exercising. What are some options I should purchase right now? I mean, I listed on my Patreon over a dozen options. I recommended Neo options for months, IPOB, IPOC. I have to look at my phone just to see. I mean, there's tons of options just to help people out. Palantir, uh, APXT, 8 Point. Workhorse might pop off out of nowhere. I mean, once the news on the headlines break out that the contract's going through, that's going to be an easy 400% play. Li Auto, I think they just got like their CEO just got like CEO of the year in China for EVs. Skills could do pretty good. There's a lot. All those are listed on the Patreon. Let's see. GHIV. I'd rather go with Rocket. Anything mortgage or housing related. It's just like I don't know what it is about those stocks. They just don't bring the interest. They make crazy money. You gotta think, just because a company makes money, if people aren't putting money into it, it's not gonna move. That's the truth. More and more people need to be investing in it. For the stock to really run. Just because a company makes some good money doesn't mean it's gonna move. So keep some cash ready for SPACs. Yeah, I got cash. I just gotta freaking transfer the damn thing. I don't have the Robinhood Gold. I don't, guys. I'm really, really, really good at options because I'm good at Robinhood reading options. It's just so damn easy. It's like a second grader. Like any of my friends that don't know anything about stocks. I'm helping out a lot of people right now. Like dozens of people, I'm helping out, and everyone's making money right now just because they're investing in the same stuff I'm buying. But I can teach any of these guys the options in like 2 hours. I could just sit them down, tell them to look me in the eyes, listen to everything I say. Robinhood, easy as hell. Give yourself a week. You're going to master what to look for, strike price, open interest, break evens, bid, spread. You're going to master all that. It takes no time at all. I go on TD Ameritrade. I don't know what I'm looking at. It looks like statistics. There's so many lines, so many numbers. It's like they want you to lose money on TD Ameritrade. I'm like, what is this? Like, how am I going to buy an option? Like, and I'm not calling up. I can't call up a broker because I know some people are literally say they buy options with their broker and you got to call them when to sell. Guys, don't be doing that. Don't be doing options through your broker. You got to do it on your own. Just do it through Webull or Robinhood. Don't do it on your broker because if something bad happens, you're going to lose a lot of money because they're not going to answer. You're going to hold. I've heard people doing that. Like they got to go through their guy to make the trades. That's some scary stuff. Don't do that. Who do you think Persian Square would merge with? I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I heard Stripe, funny rumors. I heard Chick-fil-A. Who knows? All I know is they're gonna merge eventually. If you're playing call options, I recommend it. I did recommend call options for that one. I recommend it like I think June. I would recommend June for those. They're not expensive at all. They're pretty damn cheap. June calls for that one just to give yourself some cushion. Could be a huge play. I mean, if once a deal goes through with that one, I could easily see that one going from 25 right to like 40, 45. You're going to be in the money quick. And then, it could potentially be like one of these big IPOs, over $100. So it's smart to just buy stocks in that one. I mean, that's pretty safe investment. They're going to land. There's so many companies out there. They'll find someone that you probably, wouldn't even expect that makes buku money. So yeah, fair price. I mean, I don't know. I think it could be a little more. 35 is not bad. Yeah, those BFT options, they should be coming out quick, especially now that the stocks rose and risen. Uh, I think the options are going to come out pretty soon for BFT. Yeah, especially APXT. They already came out. So, oh my God, QuantumScape. Oh my God. Guys, QuantumScape today. I mean, someone put $1 billion in that. There's no way. Listen to this, guys. QuantumScape today. Let's see, guys. QuantumScape. Uh, 40% gain. It was already at like 60. Someone put $1 billion in it. Someone put $1 billion in. Somebody find out who bought what, how many shares. Some hedge fund. I don't know. There's no way a stock can just go up $40 after at 60. Someone cashed out. Like believes in that one. That was crazy. Palantir. Yep. With time, I think it'll go good with some time. Yes. Yo, bro, I'm gonna plug myself real quick because I really do appreciate this. I gotta plug myself. Yo, bro, been following you for a bit on here, and Patreon was up 400% with Tattoo Chef 20 contracts. Sold it. Still got other contracts. I'm up 333%. Hey, man. Hey, that's amazing, man. Congrats, guys. Let me see real quick, just in case anybody wants to get on the Patreon. I'm gonna plug myself real quick. You can just read up on it. You don't gotta, sign up or anything immediately. You could definitely just read up on what it offers. As you can see, that gentleman is doing pretty good in the Patreon. Congrats, man. There's the link if you guys want to read up on it whenever you get time. It was my first play with you contract. I hit 400%. Damn, 400%. You guys are making me look good tonight, man. I really appreciate it. Moved on to a few. I didn't pay nobody. Just so you know, I didn't pay nobody. Moved on to a few IPOB, and they are 250% plus. Snowball effect, growing my account. Man, that sounds really good. I really appreciate that, man. Congratulations. Haven't looked into that one that much yet. DXY. What the hell is DXY? Let me see. Wonder what this is so stock trying my best to keep up on, man. This stuff is not easy. Like it DXY is not coming up on Robinhood. It probably is, like, I don't know. LCA. Hey, LCA makes good money. Just the CEO. This is what I told people on my Patreon. I said the CEO, he's got so much money through his casinos. This company to him, like the amount of money they're making compared to his casinos, he's not really pushing it. It's almost like, he doesn't even really care. It's probably not even 1% close to his net worth. Just feel like the drive, like, there's not really an Instagram, YouTube videos. It's like a smaller business that just, dominates online. It's going to be a good company. It's just it's not like he really cares to push the company, to like new highs, like the Neo CEO, like how much he cares about that company, even though, he makes good money with the LCA. It's just like he doesn't wait, or he doesn't want to like really even talk about it. He's too worried about his casinos and his restaurants. That's what I think the problem is. Right now, I'm not really doing one-on-one tutoring, but what I am doing is, I've had like probably a dozen people, not too many, like a dozen people, send me their entire portfolios, um, and I look over the portfolios. They tell me how much money they got, what they're willing to do, and we'll move stuff around. I'll recommend them stocks to buy. I'm really good at that. I recommend the best stocks to buy, and pretty much I don't really want to tell people to do call options on that. The one-on-one, it's more of building up the growth stock portfolio, and a lot of people have come to me, and some people are doing pretty solid, but I've seen a lot of people. Man, like the options I've seen people send me are pretty. They're the the opportunity of profits is very low on the options I've seen people buying, without my advice. And like, I think that's all over the world. Like people that don't know what they're doing, they're buying horrible options, like options that you would maybe like, man, these are not very profitable. So I've been teaching people like what stocks to buy long term and what not to do in options. So IDEX, it's just that's a long term hold for me. I would just recommend not chasing anything over two. If you got it in the dollar range, that's pretty good. It could be something potentially they do like financing and stuff. It's pretty small company. They don't make a lot of profits. That's why it's a dollar. Let's go Tattoo Chef, guys. Stop talking about Tattoo Chef. I can't get it. I mean, every time I want to get it, frickin' runs 20. You guys are making me salty. I wish I had some Tattoo Chef. I'm just like, I was seeing such bad headlines. See what I'm saying? I was falling for the stupid headlines saying, "Oh, this is a bland company, just like their products," and like it's something that triggers your mind, makes you not want to buy it. You can't listen to these articles. They're just doing it for money and views. I was like, man, I'm an idiot. They're about to make like $100 million next year. What am I doing? Very profitable business. I wish I bought it under 20. And I wish I bought it Friday because today it freaking ran. I don't even want to look. Tattoo Chef today. Oh my God. Let's see. 16%. Whoever is holding options on that is sitting nice. Congrats. Is your let's see. Is your Patreon mobile friendly? Never used Patreon before, but I've been thinking about subscribing. I heard people have an app. I heard people been using the app. I don't use the app. I use just the desktop, but I heard that the app is pretty good. I heard the app, you can do like alerts and stuff. Made 5K in Neo, 2K IPOB, and at least 5K in tattoo calls since joining the Patreon. Join the fam. Man, guys, I'm telling you, when I put out these companies to buy, I see a lot of YouTubers out there, man, putting out like the best 20 penny stocks to buy now. Guys, maybe 3 of those are going to be successful companies when you see those types of videos. It's I've noticed it is a very attractable video on YouTube that can get you a lot of views much faster, but because I've learned my lesson on not putting out bad companies anymore, I cannot do that because of the Patreon. I only put up companies that I really think that are going to be good companies. So I'm not going to do a top 20 penny stock list, top 10 biomedical, because guys, those are just so high risk. You're gonna save yourself so much money not buying penny stocks. Like I bought one penny stock this year and it was $1. It was like the IDEX. Okay. Besides that one, everything else I bought was been, $10 and $10 up, maybe 8. That's just it's so much. I know it's so exciting because you're getting in a company at $1. Put $1,000 in and it goes to 20. That's 20,000. But the risk to finding the risk to finding that next workhorse, that next blink, it's very low, guys. It's very low. So just understand that. I'm not gonna be trying to rack up views posting nonsense videos, companies that just are just complete hype and don't make sense. So Kyle's Patreon, unbelievable, worth the money, you will not regret. Appreciate it. And guys, I told everybody the Patreon's doing so damn good. I don't plan on raising it. Okay. If I was a douchebag, I've been running this Patreon for months now, and if I was desperate, I'd raise the price to 30, 40, 50. I don't need to do that, okay? The $20, just because it's the feedback I'm getting, the comments, I have a lot of ways of marketing. I'm able to just keep it at 20. I could just keep it at $20. I'm happy. It's still growing. Of course, if I double my money or if I charge 40, I'm going to make a crap ton of money, but I don't even care because I'm grateful. So I don't need to raise the price. So I don't plan on raising it. And I think for $20, man, guys are getting some damn rocket fuel on those bad boys. I don't have any shares on Hyliion. I was buying a crap ton of shares at 20. So I did make a lot of profits. on the stocks with Hyliion. Okay, the options, I did cut my losses at like soon as I went under my equity. So as soon as the equity dropped, like I was up a lot on the Hyliion option. I'm not gonna lie, because a $20 jump on your strike, you're gonna make a lot of money. But it was one of the earlier SPACs and a bad timing. So I didn't lose money on the options. I broke even, but I made a lot of money on the stocks. If you guys want to know, I made like $3,000-4,000 on the stocks. So I told people, I know people didn't really see it. I said it's time to exit right around 40. It was looking ugly around 40. I was telling people we should get out just to try and like it safe. I was in the Discord. It just the message didn't get out that fast. So I just told people it's not looking good. The CEO LCA is he's of the Houston Rockets. Oh my god, that's funny. SPAC ETF. I'm not too sure about that one. Cashed out of HCAC. Okay, that's not a bad idea. HCAC, I'm not gonna lie, it's not my most fond upon company right now because just the numbers, the big revenue is a little bit out. Okay, we understand that, but what I've told people is that they are planning to make over $100 million in profits. They have like an engineering program they make money out of. They do engineering. I'm not too smart about it, but they're going to make $100 million in profits. And those vehicles, the regular ones, aren't going to be out for like a year. And then the last mile delivery is like 2 years. So they will be selling vehicles 2022, which is not that far out. And I think investors are putting some big money up on HCAC. So it could be like QuantumScape. Partially, it's possible because it's going to be a good business down the road. I feel like it's a weird one with the vehicles, but they're making revenue. 100 million bucks, that's some big money. People know that now, and the products are very good. They are changing the game. They are $30,000 for those last mile deliveries. They got a subscription model. I think it's not going to be people like you and me investing heavily in this company, like retail investors. I think the big fish, because the CEO, he worked with BMW for 30 years. So you got to understand this guy has thousands of connections. Okay, he's probably telling his buddies, banks, guys, you need to get in early, get your spot, hold. This is gonna be a good company. I think we're gonna see some weird stuff happen. Once the merger completes, we could see dumps, jumps. So I just think it could make its way up in the next, 2-3 months post merger. I don't think it's a Hyliion. I think they make good money. They got good products just like Hyliion, but I just think it's different fundamentals. And the stock's not at $50 like Hyliion. The stock's at $20. So see what I'm saying, guys? That risk, don't chase. Everyone needs to understand that. I don't chase QuantumScape. I don't chase, NVIDIA. I don't chase. I just find new companies, better companies, or not better, similar companies making money. See what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. So if we compare Hyliion to HCAC, sales are out a little. HCAC's making bigger money. HCAC's much cheaper. There you go. This could easily gap to like 25, 30. You'll make good money on the option. So I'm glad you said something about HCAC. But I'm in pretty early. I'm in around 1350 on the option, so I'm up 70%. It's not that much. This thing runs to $30. I'm gonna make a crap ton of money. I don't really plan on holding these. I would love to sell it at like $30. My account has gone from 3,500 to 9K in the last 2 months through multiple options plays I've chosen through the Patreon. Keep it good work. Hey, man, congrats. Keep playing them smart. Keep diversifying, limiting your risk. Deep cushion. You're going to make a lot more money. Got 5 IPOB contracts up 14%, 400%. You must have been buying those around $15, Eric. So you took the initiative, you pulled the gun at the right time. You probably were buying around 15. I was buying around 20. If you're already at 400, man, if this thing runs the next 2 months, you're gonna be, I don't know, you might be rich. Congrats. Let's see what we got here. Oh damn, we got a lot of questions. They have Patreon app for iOS as well. Very cool. I did not know that. Congrats, man. I appreciate the support. Always got to do your due diligence on those companies, man. Even if I put them out, guys, I just want anything I put out, man. Go on the investor presentation, check it out. Go check out the charts. I always tell people on my title, look at the 1 month chart before you hop in, because just because I put it up there doesn't mean it'll be a pullback right when you get it. Check the charts, check the investor presentation, narrow it down, diversify. So if I put 20 companies out, you need to find 3 or 4, and you need to run with 3 or 4. You could lose on all. You could lose on 3 companies. That's fine. One of them goes 500%. You're still making money, and you necessarily should never lose out on the option. Okay, you should always cut the losses at 30%. Okay, I would cut losses at 30%. Sure, I was watching IPOB today. If it would have dropped, under 20%, I would have probably, bought more. But I knew, the lowest it went was like 70% down. Because that's what I'm saying about options. Just $1 will take you up like close to like 20% gain. It's ridiculous. Like how much $1 will bring you up, like a lot of percentages. So even on the drops, you just got to know when to cut the plug. You got to know 30%. I recommend 20, but I know a lot of people don't listen to the 20, and it does turn around quickly. Like I've noticed that a lot of people are going down under 30. Kyle, should I cut loss? I'm like, you're already there. Just hold, and it usually will gradually make its way up. But people that don't ever want to lose money, just do the 20% loss. But if you time the option good, you usually don't have to go down 20%, But it's happened to me all the time. I always go down like 20, 30%. I think the IPOB options, because I bought a little late or bought a little early. I bought options at 23 because I was buying during the damn elections. And I think I went down like 40%, which was fine. But not too sure about that one. To become a billionaire, you need to make a lot of millionaires. Up 100% on calls 1 month with big money. Hey, not bad, not bad. EV bubble. A lot of that EV bubble stuff is just, I'd say it's just headlines. It's just nonsense. These are real people, real investors putting their money in. Some stocks of the EV stocks are bubbles, but some of these companies do make serious money. But like for Tesla, you got to think Tesla's a little different because Tesla's revenue is pretty damn good. But you got to think this stock has gone to $2,000. It's about to go up to $1,000 again. Guys, this could just be a revolving people just reinvesting, because you got to think every year that goes by, more and more people are going to talk about investing. More people are going to just pull the trigger on Tesla. Tesla could get stock split another 3 times in the next decade. It's at the point where some companies, there's no such thing as fair market value no more. Nobody cares. I think last year they said Tesla was worth $400. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to go from 400 to 4,000. It's from people investing. So I don't think there's a bubble. I just think for EV, we're in a stage where fair value, people do not use fair value for the numbers. And that's what Jim Cramer does not understand. Jim Cramer thinks we're still buying freaking AT&T and freaking Dell and freaking Cisco. He thinks like, oh, the EV, the sales ratio. He's always talking about that stuff. People don't care, man. People want to know what the trend is. And that's why I don't like where like he sees a stock move one day. Whoa, guys, this stock's up $4 in one day. You guys out of your mind? And then like, that's what I think. He just doesn't understand. It's not all about fair market value. It's about, because people don't care. People want to put their money where other people are investing, and that's why the stocks go up overvalued. So it's not always about fair market value. Fair market value is a tool to know what it's worth. But if you already know what it's worth, you might as well get on a company that's growing already, and it ends up being higher. The stock ends up being higher than what it's worth. So I don't think Jim Cramer understands that no more. It's different now. Times are so many young people are investing. He just doesn't understand. Hey, appreciate it, Rich. 3 Apex call. Oh yeah, you're good. That's an amazing call. 3 July expirations. This company has not even got the headlines, and it's just moving up $2 a week. I mean, those are going to be good. And if I don't know if you got 12s or 15s, but you go back in time, like I'll give you an example. If if Apex goes to 50 and I had 15 or $12 calls, 10 of them, it's excellent to exercise like 2 calls at least. That's a great time because you're getting 100 shares at $12 for the long term. If the thing goes to 200, $300, you're making some big money. So price target HCAC 30. Yeah, no, that sounds really damn good. I like that. I like HCAC 30 in the short term in the next 30 days. I really see that happening for sure. Appreciate it, Rich. I really do try hard on Patreon, man. I see a lot of people. This is not trying to bash YouTubers, but a lot of YouTubers, they had like the big followings like I had like on this channel, and they're getting a lot of views, and they're throwing out their Patreons and stuff, and I just check. I want to monitor and see what other people are doing, so if I can learn anything. And it's like they got 5 posts, 2 posts in their Patreon. They're just doing it for a quick sale, just a quick 1 day sale. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even have to use YouTube and like, because the Patreon does so well, and I just stay up to it. People like that. So I feel like a lot of people aren't as dedicated on their Patreon, and they're not able to really one-on-one and focus in on it because they're going so hard on YouTube, like multiple videos, not able to. So maybe that'll help other YouTubers out if they really want to grow their Patrons. But I just think I do it the best. Like, hands down, I think I'm the number one Patreon YouTuber in the world as far as information, insight, and guys, I put in thousands, tens of thousands of hours I've done on that thing like over the year. So it's all about the effort you put in. And trust me, I stay up hours doing calls and stuff like that. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Uh, Michael All that thing about space. Man, space was running hard. Virgin Galactic, a lot of FOMO, man. It sucks because the damn testing got pushed back and stuff like that, and that thing dropped like a rock, like 25%. I have a buddy who had a lot of money in Virgin Galactic. He was talking so much crap to me, like, "Hey, yeah, you need to get on this Virgin Galactic. This thing is running." I'm like, "Yeah, congrats!" And then boom, people are so impatient. My God, you would think people just wait. No, they just sell off $100 million worth of options. And dude, people are so impatient, guys. That's what you gotta look for. Patience. So when you see little things like that, little build-ups, you better be on your game because those things will drop fast. Have I talked about BFT? Yes, I've done a couple of videos on BFT. You guys don't understand BFT. I mean, the iGaming, they're gonna make a lot of money off the iGaming because I was looking up how much uh, Twitch and Fortnite actually make. Man, they're growing rapidly. So PaySafe is going to continue to make more money. 11,000 profits in 30 days. Man, that's really good. Lock in those profits. Neo rocks. Man, the amount of haters I get on them Neo videos, man, I gotta delete so many comments. People are living in fantasy land, man. Keep comparing it to freaking Ford and Chrysler and Chevrolet. I'm like, guys, those vehicles, it's totally different, guys. They're not trying to create freaking self-autonomous driving cars and taxis. People have no idea. Like the swap stations, new batteries, the service. People are living in fantasy land, guys. Personally, I like Chevrolets, I like Corvettes, but people are living in fantasy land when they're trying to compare those sales to one second, to the Neo sales. It's just like totally different. Oh my goodness, hang on, my computer's glitching. Oh my god, what is going on? There we go. Okay. I didn't think Neo was good, but because of you, I invested in the stock. Thanks, Kyle. Yeah, Neo is good. If it wasn't for those headlines, I'm telling you, this thing would have already been like $70. Those guys, real quick thing on Neo, okay? When I bought Neo 5 months ago, I was buying like $10, something like that. Bought like 100, 200 shares. When I was buying a Neo, this is what I thought to myself. This is a very unique company. Looks like they're growing. Man, I wonder what like our government thinks about these China car companies. What if like there's a war? What if there's an argument? That's what I was thinking. So I knew the day would come where there was going to be a delisting news. Okay, I knew I had to deal with that, and now that that's already passed, I feel so much better. Got a couple friends invested in Neo. Now that that's out of the way, I mean, I'm not going to tell you guys, anything. I'm not going to go anything, any political, whatever. But I think Trump getting out of office will definitely, help EV China companies out, or even EV companies. He signed a law for like military companies in China, so it had more to do with like companies funding military that were being delisted. But I don't think Neo or Lee or XPV are going to, not comply with auditing. It's just like it has nothing to do with like hiding anything. It's just like showing your real numbers and how many cars you're selling. They're going to comply. They're going to make more money with America on their side. So I think Neo, now that the delisting news is out of the way, once Neo Day gets evolved and around and the news breaks out, I think we're going to see some very good news for Neo. It's all about sales, guys. Just remember that. It's going to come down to one thing: sales. Sell 5,300 vehicles right now. And 2 years from now, if they sell 20,000 vehicles a month, stock's going to be a lot higher. And if they go into autonomous driving, so it's all about sales. That's the key. How many cars can they sell? So it's not rocket science. We know that they're a good company. We know that they have good technology, self-autonomous driving, Neo battery swaps, Neo service. They just need to get their. You got to think. I was looking up. If you guys look up right now how much the Tesla factory costs, I don't really remember, but I looked it up. It costs $2 to $4 billion. $2 to $4 billion. Okay, Neo is making money, but you got to think they just pulled 600 mil for a quarter, so they don't have the funding to really buy a factory right now. That's a lot of money. I don't know if the government would help them out with that, but factories are a lot of money, and you know what I mean? It costs money. That's why it's not up immediately. It takes planning and planning. So just understand that. I got IPOB calls around 15, paid 45 per call, got 10 of them approaching 1,000% profit. My goodness. That's crazy. Purchase score will be made first quarter 2021 per conference call at 45 minutes. Might double my money on the first day just off volatility. So January, February, March. Yeah, that's really good. Definitely January, February, March. Still go with the June calls because you can get the quick pop, and then you can get the jump after a merge is completed. Let's see. Hey, I just saw a funny comment. Let's see. Heck yeah, always do that due diligence. Yeah, NNDM. I'm still doing research on, guys. It's popping off fast. It's a strange company, like the stock price, how it's worked. That's why I haven't really been up on it. I work for Cisco. Hey, Cisco's a good company. I'm not gonna lie. It's just an old company. I'm sure you guys stock price. See, I used to work for Charter. I used to work for Charter Communications, and compared to Cisco, I mean Charter. Oh my God, $600 a share for Charter. It's freaking insane. We were making so much money. Jim Cramer wants us to buy Boomer Index and dividend stocks. Oh my God, that is so funny. Man, if people back then invested how we invested today with no television, no bad headlines, no news, and they invested how reckless we invest in these companies, just SPAC stocks and stuff, there'd be so many different billionaires today, but they got rich off literally index funds and dividend stocks, man. And like I said, I got a buddy at the gym. He's like 55. I always bring him up because he's my boy. He's like 55, and we go to the gym together. Well, I don't go to the gym with him. I just meet him at the gym, and he's got $6 million in Philip Morris. So Philip Morris, that's the cigarette company. He got this stuff like, I don't know, 50 years ago or something like that, 40, 50 years ago. Philip Morris, he's got 6 million. It gives a dividend yield of 5.47. Okay, so if you're done with your growth stocks, you've retired, you've got over 2, 3, 4 million bucks, you need to throw $1 million, because I'm sure we got a couple people on here that have $1 million, because a lot of people on my Patreon, there is some big ballers in there. I'm teaching these old guys about spec stocks, and they are really liking them, especially when I get them in about $12. $1 million in a dividend 5%er like Philip Morris, that's 50 grand a year, guys. That's a great investment. But you know what I talk about. If you're new to investing, you don't have any money, a lot of money saved up, dividends is the worst thing to be buying. Any stocks that have been around for 20, 30 years, you got to pass. The Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, it's time to pass, guys. It's not going to get you to where you want to be. And everyone should strive to be a millionaire. You got to get in on these super high growth stocks early, preferably under 15 is when you really want to get in. If it doesn't move, that doesn't mean anything. You want to hold it. You want to get more capital, buy another one. You want to hold those bad boys if they're high growth. So dividends is good when you got big money. You don't want to get all your money tied up in dividends. You're not going to get anywhere, I promise. 5% a year, guys, you can make 500% on options if you hit the correct option, safety, cushion, diversify, limit your risk. You can hit 500% gain in 1 year. If you do options, that's 50 years. Maybe it might be 500 years. I don't know. But 5% dividends, guys, come on now. Don't put your money in dividends if you're trying to get big, okay? Man, you guys are freaking drooling over that NNDM. My God, see what I'm saying? That stuff's trending hard on YouTube. See, if I wasn't a man of my word, I'd just make a NNDM video and get like 5,000 views on my new channel. But see, if I don't feel it, I can't post it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta feel it. I gotta feel it before I post it, okay? But I have been talking with other YouTubers, and we go back and forth on spec stocks, and we take a list of like 10 or 20 and we narrow it down to 5. Me and the person, we give our opinions, and that's how we get down to these SPAC stocks. You know what I'm saying? Never had any problems closing your options, mainly because I always pick options with really good open interest and volume. Anything over like 500, I mean, that thing's going to close quick. So it's just when you're under 100, then you could have problems. You might have to sell it for a discount. I wouldn't buy anything under 100 interest. It's kind of scary. All the same concept and Kyle buying options. I made 234,000 last month and 400,000 last 3 months. This is why I joined the Patreon. Yeah, man, you're killing it. You got some big money. That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to get on that level. Have to look those up. Battery as a service. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That battery as a service. That one guy I showed, it was a gentleman in China. He purchased Porsche, Tesla, and Audi, all three, and Neo. He said hands down the Neo, best car, customer service miles away. The other American cars aren't China friendly. He said they're fast as hell. Like, you guys really don't understand how fast those cars are. They're just as fast as Tesla, even faster. You know what I'm saying? He's a family man, 50 years old, 40 years old. See what I'm saying? You want to get that balance, luxury, speed. customer service. They have it all. It's just it's a small company right now. That's what you guys understand. It's a small company, has the opportunity to really grow fast. I mean, if they had more money backing them up, guys, they would be huge if they had their own factories. This company is 6 years old compared to Tesla, 18 years old. It's a big difference. 6 year company to an 18-year company, it's a big difference. Why invest in dinosaur stocks like Intel is beyond me. I don't understand. Like, guys, think about this. If you got a stock that's 20 years old, okay, and the stock is $40, does that tell you something? And I could tell you, if it's $40, they're offering a dividend. They're offering a dividend to keep the money invested in the stock. It's not that they don't make money. It's just that that company is just lost interest. There's so many like that I could tell you that the higher the dividend, it's more of a marketing tactic to pull you in to invest in the company. So you guys know the drill. I've said this stuff a million times. It's very good investing if you do it right. I would just pass on all those old timers. Anyone that hops on YouTube, the first thing I'm going to do is buy the first stocks that pop up on the Robinhood. It says Twitter, Microsoft, Facebook, Amazon. We know that. Everyone downloaded Robinhood. Those are the first stocks they pop in. Those are the companies that they want you to buy. And we know why, because they've been around for 25 years. Dropbox a good option for a large growth? April? It's just Dropbox. I owned it for like 6 months. I had to sell it just because it was pissing me off because it wasn't moving at all. Should have held it, but it's not bad. If you look at their earnings, they have really good earnings actually, and they're growing. It's just people say that they don't have the innovation that other companies like CRM, Slack, and Microsoft had. That's the problem. They say like it's more of a, but I heard reviews that it is really good. It's just what people think about it is just they don't think it's a lot of innovation. That's why I think the stock sat at $20 forever. Is now the time to invest in the S&P 500, or is the melting of the iceberg coming? I can't tell you exactly. I mean, I think it's a good long-term play. Definitely safeties in there. I just don't know. It's just something I don't really understand. I don't really understand like how it works, how it moves. It just moves too slow for me. I'm all about high growth. Guys, it's crazy. The type of stuff that I teach is super, super high potential growth, but there's just such great ways to limit your risk. It's amazing. It's just like I think they should put me on a commercial soon. Like, I need to get on a commercial that's not a day trading commercial interview and teach everything's all about day trading. I see all these guys getting rich off day trading. And we all know Jason Bond stocks. Everyone's seen that guy commercial. He says he's the #1 options trader in the world. They just got fined $150 million for lying about potential gains and numbers. That's Jason Bond stocks. I know everyone's heard his YouTube commercials. Him and that other guy, one with the glasses and one with the black hair, they are scammers. They don't teach options. And I'm just letting you know, guys. But I do got to get off. I said I was gonna be on here in an hour, so I'm gonna probably get on live again this week. So you guys, I just want to say I really appreciate you for joining the live. I really appreciate the support. I will put out another live very soon in the next week or so. So I just want to say thanks, and I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you have a good day in the market tomorrow, okay? So yeah, y'all have a good night, all right?